Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. In this episode, I wanted to cover that everything is not always rainbows and unicorns. So earlier in the day, I had kind of gone over my paramotor in my garage, kind of identified that there was some carb problems and tried to adjust it. So I got out to the field, got it tuned in as best as I could, and went up for a fly.
Okay, let's do some flying. I think it's about 25 degrees out here.
So far so good. Everything was going well. We got up and flew for about an hour. I was really apprehensive about going out across the river, but we ended up going anyway. Got back to the field area, landed, and decided that we were going to top up with some fuel and do some training exercises around the field. That's where the frustrating part kicked in.
I get some blood back in my legs.
Been flying too long. Nice.
Oh man, is it ever nice out here?
Yeah, too nice to stop flying now.
Yeah, I'm gonna get more gas. Okay, refueling done.
Nice. Wow, that is a nice sunset. Look at that.
Yeah.
You should come up here, Jason.
Okay.
I think we got 25 minutes. Oh, it just keeps getting better and better. I don't think I have a right camera to really do this justice.
Yeah, that's a beautiful sunset. What the heck goes on here?
You need to hook up to your wing.
Oh, I gotta get my engine going.
Oh no.
Never fails. You get all strapped in. It won't start. And then
The touch and go is definitely an art in itself.
well, you need just that perfect breeze, you know?
Yeah, the breeze is good, but you have to flare, but you don't want you gotta keep the wing flying as well, so you don't want to like fully stall it.
Yeah.
But
Are you gonna go up again or are you done?
oh yeah, no, I'll go up again.
Oh, I'm starting to get really upset at this thing. What the hell?
That kind of sucks. So didn't you just rebuild the carburetor or clean it out or something?
Well, I just cleaned out one of the filters, but it's time to do a rebuild.
Oh, okay.
It should be done once a year.
Yeah, I did not do mine either. So I'm just waiting for sure I'll be in the same boat soon. I feel your pain, Jason. There were many times when my old machine, where I'd go out to fly and everyone was flying and I couldn't even get my machine running. Meanwhile, people are just all up in the sky and it's perfect weather. And
Yeah, they're finicky.
part of the sport, I get, unfortunately. It took me like right up until the year I sold my machine to figure out, all of its quirks and stuff.
I don't know what's the matter with this thing now.
Is it just dying, or?
Like it starts and then it just dies on me.
Does it die when you give it gas, or just when it's at idle?
Just when it's at idle.
They're so finicky. Like, I remember my last machine when I went to Oshkosh, I didn't touch it at all. And I thought for sure that going down to a much lower elevation would mean that I would have to make it richer.
Yeah.
But I had to make it leaner, which makes no sense. But that's what it wanted, so I don't know. It's the only way I could get it running smoothly.
Yeah, they're so finicky. Like, jeez.
Nothing like driving 24 hours and to get to this show and then having a machine that doesn't run properly. That's really fun. Done that.
Okay, I think you guys are getting the picture. I don't profess to be a mechanic. I'm not an expert with fixing these things, but I think these are the classic signs that are saying it's time to rebuild your carb. It won't idle, it keeps stalling out, I can't get it adjusted properly. So I'm hoping that that's the problem. But when bad goes to worse, you heard that little click? What happened there, and I don't know how, was the end of my prop nicked off and came loose. Listen. No idea how it happened, but just a very small end broke off the prop.
Oh, this thing is really frustrating me. Ooh, so close.
So at this point I didn't know that I had a chip in the prop, so I continued to try and figure things out.
Like it's almost there. It's just so close. I think I'm just gonna put it away, Dave.
Alright, so now the paramotor is grounded, waiting for parts. I'm hoping that it's just simply a carb rebuild that needs to be done. Should have been done in the spring, but I'm just too eager to get out and fly. Additionally, I've been out doing some spring touch-up using the quad. Probably got about, I don't know, a dozen flights in. It's been going really good up until a certain point. So after doing some flying around, get out on one of the days to do some more flights, and I'm doing my pre-flight and I'm kind of trucking around and something doesn't feel right in the carb. So I stop and check it out. Long story short, it dies, and thinking it's a carburation problem, I try and get it going and I'm doing some adjustments. Ultimately, I end up burning out the starter. So I get it home, I pull it apart, and it looks like the coil is fried. So now I've ordered a new coil, I've ordered a new starter, I've ordered a new prop for the foot launch, as well as a new carb and a carb rebuild kit. So, moral of the story is, this ain't all rainbows and unicorns, and it's frustrating as heck sometimes. So hopefully the parts get here soon and we'll be back in the air. Thanks for watching, guys, and fly safe.